Hello, and welcome to Mobius City 5 News. I'm Steven. We now go to weather and traffic. Samantha, do you have the weather?
We have 2 days weather, 70 degrees with sunny skies. And the traffic, Interstate 10, pretty good. If you are going to work, expect delays. But traffic is all good.
Thank you, Samantha. We just have a developing story. The Twisted Cops Police Department is finding out what spread the virus in the first place. We now have on the phone is Officer Vortex. Officer Vortex, do you have any idea what's going on in Mobius City?
Yes, we have something that's going on. Chief Whalen says the metal virus came from Eggman's lab, but we are not sure if the virus spreads here or not. Everything is still normal at the moment. Mobius City Police Department Chief has no idea where the virus is coming from. Once we have the suspect caught and arrested for spreading the virus throughout the United States, everyone should return to normal by the cure of the virus.
Thanks, Officer Vortex. We have an EAS coming from our encoder. Please.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Twisted Cops Police Department and the Mobius City Department of Health. Eggman is going through series of tests of the virus that he is spreading. There are a few Mobians that have lives lost. At this time, do not approach the lab.
Breaking news. TCPD and Mobius City Department of Health is advising all residents to stay away from Eggman's lab because he is doing a series of tests. We now interview with Chief Whalen and Mobius City Department of Health official, Eric.
The Mobius City Department of Health is trying their best to get this virus, but it hasn't spread here. Eggman is going through a series of tests with that Starline guy. Well, not Officer Golden Boy's daughter. The one who works with Eggman. Once we have the two suspects, we'll have to get them caught and arrested. So many Mobian lives are lost. But Officer Vortex and Utah State Police is setting up a blockade. The President will inform us that travel will be restricted.
We are trying to get the sample of the virus, but it hasn't spread it here yet. Twisted Cops and Utah State Police is setting up a blockade to prevent it from spreading farther into other states.
Stay tuned for more further updates on the situation.
I've been here for 2 hours and I ain't got my ticket yet. The order, I'll give it to her. I haven't got any ticket. I told you I was.
The message is transmitted at the request of the Twisted Cops Police Department, Mobius City Police Department and Utah State Police at 7:35 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time. The 2 species of hedgehogs spotted Team Rough and Tumble. 5 minutes ago, they have taken over the whole town of Mobius City and 3 law enforcement agencies tried to stop them. They were in pursuing 2 suspects and it was too dangerous. They had to call off the pursuit. Stay tuned for local news outlets for the latest developments.
Okay. Elmore! Right there! Elmore! Sir.
Yeah, sir.
You hungry?
Sir.
You hungry?
You can't eat off the buffet, sir. You're not
Why
allowed to
not?
eat off. Sir, you can't eat off the buffet.
Oh, I knew that I won't.
Come with me.
I ain't going to. Can you guys come here?
The Twisted Cops Police Department calls off the pursuit because the vehicle is too dangerous to stop. Stay tuned for more updates.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Twisted Cops Police Department and the Mobius City Department of Health. 2 cases have been reported. TCPD and Utah State Police is blocking off the roads. And public gathering spaces like parks and shopping malls are closed off until further notice. The symptoms of this metal virus is sharp claws, spikes, and red eyes. At 7:01 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time, the face ship has spilled the virus throughout the Mobius City area. This virus is contagious, and its infection can be transferred immediately through the slightest touch. Stay away from others who have it.
We interrupt our programming. This is a national emergency. This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast stations and cable systems shall transmit this emergency action notification message. This station has interrupted its regular programming at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air providing news and information to the public in assigned areas. This is Mobius City 5 News. We will continue to serve the Mobius City area. If you are not in this local area, you should tune to stations providing news and information for your local area. You are listening to the emergency alert system serving the Mobius City area. Do not use your telephone. The telephone lines should be kept open for emergency use. We interrupt our programming at the request of the White House. This is the emergency alert system. All normal programming has been discontinued during this emergency. This is Mobius City 5 News. The station will continue furnishing news, official information and instructions for the Mobius City area. If you are not in Mobius City area, you should tune to stations providing news and information for your area. It is important that you listen carefully to announcements from the station in your local area.
Hello, this is the President of the United States. We are under a national level emergency. TCPD, MCPD and Utah State Police are trying to get the zombies to not get through the barricade. As of right now, travel is being restricted at this time. A shelter in place is ordered by Chief Waylander, the governor, at this time. So please shelter. We once will give you further updates from local news media.
This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast stations and cable systems shall
This concludes operations under the emergency alert system. All normal programming operations may now resume. This concludes operations under the emergency alert system. All normal programming operations may now resume.